I love bringing attention to undermentioned titles that deserve attention. Kowarekake no Orgel, an unknown tiny little OVA, is one of those titles. Kowarekake no Orgel means half-broken music box, which is a direct reference to Flower. Flower is a helper android, but is an older model and has a lot of functional issues. These issues cause her to worry about whether or not the man who finds her in the dump will end up throwing her away again like her previous owner did. Flower edged really close to that precarious line between being moe and being a moe blob. There's some good stuff to her character, but the creators just buried it under a little too much moe. It would have been great seeing more of Flower reacting to the real world and growing with experience. However, her role for this time frame was still done quite well. Time constraints just restricted her potential. Keiichiro is far less stupid and generic than you'd expect. The story is really all about him, and how his interactions with Flower affect him and the things that happened to him in the past. You might not think it were possible, but Kowarekake no Orgel does have character development in its short half-hour runtime. It goes to show how inexcusable it is that anime that have a runtime 20 times longer than it, or more, don't have something as basic as character development. If this anime can do it in half an hour, you should be able to do it in 24 episodes. Or way more than that, for those long runners. It's great that the anime didn't take the perverted route of Chobits too. Chobits is similar with the helper android idea, but took it in the complete wrong direction and used the idea in a bland and pandering way. Kowarekake no Orgel's helper androids actually have personalities. One of the best aspects of which is what I said before about Flower worrying about how useful her owner finds her, and if she will just be thrown away again. It makes the androids feel much more compelling and not just like basic house servants. It's basically like Time of Eve, except more dramatic, and with a protagonist that's much less generic. The thing is, though, that Kowarekake no Orgel needed more time to fully flesh out its ideas. A full movie would have been best, so we could get more insight into Keiichiro's past, see more of his and Flower's interactions, and also see Flower develop as a character. The runtime is basically the only thing barring this anime from being truly amazing. The OST is just sufficient. Most of the tracks are just basic, everyday slice-of-life beats, and the seiyu's performances are just good. The shining aspect of the sound is the ending theme, which has the same title as the anime. It really helps underscore the very emotional ending, and it's one of my favorite ending themes ever. And as you can see, the animation is extremely good, as is usually the case in standalone OVAs, although the character designs are a little generic. For its time limitations, Kowarekake no Orgel offers a very good character-driven emotional story. I recommend it if you're a fan of key anime, Air specifically, as it has the most similarities with that one in particular, namely with the tragic aspects. I also recommend it if you liked Time of Eve, or want something with a similar premise to Chobits that uses the idea better, or if you just like having your heartstrings pulled, like me.